blah, 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 blah. Hi guys! If you're new to my channel, my name is Marina, so I have some very exciting news to share with you guys. I will be attending the Disney College program. I'm repping my Mickey shirt. I'm currently finishing out my final semester at New York University and I will be graduating in May. So I'm very excited to have a plan post-graduation because graduating is scary. Anyway, I was accepted into the Disney College program for the fall 2018 season as a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique Fairy Godmother in Training. Meaning I will get to be doing little girls' hair and makeup. Today I am here to talk to you about the DCP application process, including the actual internet application, the web-based interview or WBI, and the phone interview or PI. I want to make this a broad and relatable video rather than focused on Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, aka BBB. If you want to know more about that and more about my, application process regarding that specific role, leave a comment down below. So, I assume you're here because you're interested in applying and you want some advice, naturally.
So, that's what I'm here to do.
You know what, I just realized this kind of looks like Hogwarts. I'm not even a Gryffindor, I'm a Hufflepuff. Hashtag Hufflepuff pride. I will start off with the online application. It asks you for your personal information, which park you're interested in, if you're interested in California or Orlando, for your previous work experience, and for the roles you're interested in for the college program.
For your experience, these are the tips that I have. Of course, I'm not affiliated with Disney, nobody really knows what they're looking for, but I got accepted and this is the stuff I did that I believe helped me move on to the next step.
I would advise, before you start your application, to look up all the roles that Disney has to offer and to mark which roles you would be most interested in / which roles you think you would best fit in. In my opinion, find roles that are similar enough to job experiences that you have had in the past. So for me, that was Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and children's activities. Because I love working with children. I am a drama major, so I have lots of experience acting and improv and bruh. This is my makeshift tripod.
Boy, I just saved myself from a disaster.
My heart is pounding. That was terrifying. What the yuck was I talking about? Work experience. I have most experience in regards to Disney with working with children and with performing and acting experience. Those roles related mostly to children's activities and BBB. And so I made sure to highlight the skills that I have / gained from my previous work experience to make myself look like a good applicant for a Disney job. I don't know if that makes sense, so let me just elaborate on that a little bit. If you have experience working in a retail store, you would be a good candidate for a merchandise role with Disney. So make sure you take all the skills that you have gained from working in retail to make yourself look like a good candidate for merchandise. I don't think the Disney College program is a time to try to expand your horizons, try something you've never tried before. I would just really stick to doing what you do best and to knowing and embracing the skills that you have and being willing to apply that to a Disney role. I would be extremely detailed when you are filling out this application. You want to stand out from the crowd. So what I personally did was I did bullet points, but I did bullet points that were long and detailed sentences filled with buzzwords. So nobody really knows how your application gets passed along, but my application was passed along within an hour. I got moved to the web-based interview extremely quick. I don't think a human was reviewing it. Again, don't work for Disney, no one knows. But I think it really had to do with the words and verbiage that I used in my application. So I used words such as magical and guess, positivity, and like Disney family-friendly words. If you know Disney, you know what I'm talking about. And finally, only mark interest in roles that you are actually interested in. Some people just want to work for Disney, period, and they would be happy doing anything. And if that's you, that's great. Then you can mark interest in as many roles as you want. Once you get placed into a role, you cannot change that role. So if you know you will not be happy in food service, do not mark any interest in food service at all. It's 1 through 5, 5 being most interested in, 1 being least. You can still get placed in your least interested in roles if you marked that. If you marked no interest at all, you have no chance of being placed in that role. So if you know you will be miserable working in food service, do not put that down just because you want to be accepted and you think you can change it later. Now congratulations, you have received a web-based interview. Hopefully. In the web-based interview, you have to do it all in one sitting and it takes a half hour or something like that. And it's really just a survey trying to get to know more about you. My biggest piece of advice for this is just be honest with yourself, be truthful with yourself, but at the same time, you want to present the best version of yourself on your best day. Show yourself in the best light. Disney wants people who are positive and outgoing and hardworking and responsible. Of course, they want you to be yourself and you should be yourself, but if you really hate working with people, if you know that you're unreliable, then maybe reconsider waiting to apply to Disney until you feel like you are the best version of yourself, until you feel like you can be true to yourself while also maintaining the Disney image and what they're looking for. And there is no shame in that at all. I also believe that Disney gives priority to people who are further along in their college careers simply because it's make it or break it for them. I'm a senior, this was my only chance to apply, while if you're a freshman, you have so many chances to apply. So I do think that they are looking for a little bit more maturity and they want to give chances to people who it is their last chance. Which doesn't mean that they don't accept freshmen, because that's not true at all, but just it is something to keep in mind that there's nothing wrong with you if you don't get accepted. Now for the PI, or the phone interview, which is, I feel, probably the most nerve-wracking part of the process, because you are talking to a real-life individual, a real person working for Disney, which is amazing. The biggest piece of advice I have for this is just to smile, which might seem obvious, but you can hear a smile in your voice, and that's what Disney is looking for. They're looking for happy people. They're looking for people who are really passionate about working for them and who are passionate about furthering their careers and who want to be there and who are excited for this opportunity. Obviously, prepare. I would write down answers. I would Google potential questions that they might ask and have more answers than you'll need, just because it's so much better to feel over-prepared than under-prepared. But with that over-preparation, you still want to sound natural and like a human being. Don't just read your answers off of paper. You don't want to sound robotic. You want to have a natural, prepared, and confident flow. Another tip that I have that Disney really is looking for is to use your interviewer's name. They're going to tell you their name at the beginning of the interview, and it's just respectful to insert their name a few times in the conversation. In the interview, you're going to want to be prepared with your top roles because you will most likely be asked about them. So with that, this is the same kind of advice that I had for the online application. Talk about your work experience in relation to the roles that you want. So again, for me, I really wanted BBB, and so she asked me about it, and I told her that it was my top role, and I told her why I felt like I would be a good fit. I told her all the experience I had working with children and personal qualities that I have and why I believe that that would be a perfect fit for BBB. And also, the interviewer will most likely ask you why Disney, why DCP, what makes you a good fit, or why is Disney important to you. I chose to answer this question with a personal anecdote, a story with a memory that I had about Disney, about why a specific cast member, when I took a vacation there when I was young, how that cast member really made an impact on me and my family's vacation. And I would highly encourage that. I think it's personal. I feel like if you bring in a memory that you have that is so special to you, and then reiterate how you want to make memories for other families and make other little kids' dream come true, I feel like that's a great little touch to add, a little magical flair to add. Of course, make it very personalized to you, and everyone has their very specific reason about why Disney is important to them, so just be honest about it, be concise, be specific, and just be passionate about it. Be passionate about Disney and spreading the magic, because that's what it's all about. Finally, now that you have made it through the interview, At the very end, they'll ask you if you have any questions, and you should be prepared with a few educated. I personally asked about a class that I was interested in that I wanted to know more about. I asked if it was possible to move up within the Disney company. I also asked about the Disney look because I knew about it, but I just wanted to know the specifics of it. And she was very happy to answer all of my questions and was very respectful about it. Remember that it is a conversation between two human beings. Feel free to kind of joke around. You can laugh with your interviewer. You can have a good time. They want you to have a good time. They want to have a good time. They're interviewing people for hours and it's boring to listen to the same by-rote interview questions. They want to get to know you and your personality. Don't make it forced or fake, but try to form a professional and positive relationship with your interviewer. Like, for example, my interviewer and I ended up talking, just like went off on a little tangent about Disney princesses and who our favorite princesses were. Obviously that's not relevant to a job, but it's relevant for Disney, and it was just a little moment of human connection that we had with each other that shows that, you know, I'm not a robot.
I also just want to add in editing, it's okay to say in your interview. I know that people are like, don't say but people are humans, and if you need a second to think, it's not the end of the world if you say or if you pause a little bit to think about your answer.
So that's all the advice that I have for you guys today. This video is probably longer than I intended it to be because I rambled, sorry. I hope that this video was helpful to some of you. If you have any more questions, please leave them down below. I really try to answer every single comment that I get, and I want to help you. My plan is to continue a vlog through my journey and to, you know, keep you updated on everything that I am about to experience within the DCP. I'm very excited about it. So again, if you have any more questions, or if you want me to make any more videos, or if you have any specific video requests, please leave them down below and I will definitely do my best to honor all those requests. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have magical days, and I will see you later.